and he broke me spoon.
G'day everybody, today I've got a bit of a different video going on. Dad's been running a little bit of an experiment with some grain, which I'll show you in a sec. So he's just going to give you just a brief explanation as to what he's doing and a little bit of an update as to what our plans are with the crops for this year, because we've sort of changed them around. So I'll go get Dad and we'll talk about his experiment. Alright, well I'll just give you over to Dad. This is his experiment he's got going here. I'll let him explain what he's doing.
Yeah, she's a bit straggly now, but this is a bit of barley we had over the last few years in the silo. And I thought, we might try and grow a bit of barley. It was there for feed. I thought we might try and grow a bit so we can make a bit of straw for mother's horses and maybe get a bit extra feed. So because it's been in the silo for so long, I've put it on some cotton wool. I put 100 grains in there, and then we wet the cotton wool up, and then we put it in a nice sunny spot, either in the kitchen or the lounge room. And then we've germinated just an experiment to see how many seeds actually germinated to whether it's worthwhile sowing it. Now I've been a bit busy and we haven't had time to really go through it, but there's quite a few. There's probably about half or 50%, I reckon, there probably could have germinated and sprouted. So that'll mean that we'll have to double up the normal sowing rate just for this exercise, because we've got the seed. It didn't cost us anything, and yeah, we'll plant it. We'll probably see how it goes. If it comes up all right to a degree, well, we might cut some for hay and then we'll strip the rest for grain and straw. So that's what we're going to plant in that little paddock Cameron's been toying with, that he ploughed and scarified and whatever. So it's just an experiment that you do if you've got old seed, just to see whether it's worthwhile germinating. You can do it with any sort of seed. Yeah, she's a bit straggly. It's a bit like my beard. But anyway, that's what it is.
Alright, so I'll go through and count all the ones just to see if it is half or 50%. And then we'll let you know. But yeah, basically, so the paddock, we were going to put oats in that one, were we?
Wow.
Yeah, we were gonna do oats in that ploughed paddock, and then put grass, like put that back paddock out the pasture, the one that was real wet last year. But then we've changed it around. We're gonna put oats in that back paddock.
We're gonna put oats in the two other paddocks, but the triticale in. We were gonna put oats in this one too, but I thought if the barley was any good, we could sow the barley. We could still graze it. Put the sheep on and graze it a little bit, and we can still cut it for hay, and we can still strip it for grain. So
yeah, well that's basically the plan now. So I'll have a quick count of this and see what it comes up with. So I just finished counting all the ones that sprouted. There's about roughly 35 ones I plucked out. There might be a few extras in there that have started, but it's sort of hard to tell because they're just a bit rubbishy, sort of going a bit mouldy and whatever, because they've been sitting there for a few weeks. So I was meant to make this video a couple of weeks ago, but just haven't got around to it. Yeah, so it's about 35, so basically 35% of what was in there. So yeah, as a rough guesstimation, you'd put in 3 times as much grain as what you would if all of them grew. But this is just like a rough experiment. It's not actually 100% accurate as to what will grow. But yeah, that just gives us a rough idea of how much we'll have to adjust. We can do that on the adjustments of the combine. It'll sow more if we want it to. Yeah, so we can just adjust that all out on the combine when we sow. That just means we'll use a bit more grain, but should end up with a good result, hopefully. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that was just a little experiment that was running. I thought it was interesting enough to worth making a video for. So hope you liked it and learned something. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. There.